That was good. But it's the same as, trying to reach success. But the only way to get there is to have experienced the path of failure.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you cannot get to success smooth sailing. It's like rich kids when their parents buy them everything. They haven't achieved success because they don't know what failure is. It's like, how do you know what the good feels like if you haven't experienced the bar that's also associated with it? So there's a journey for you. And people might, if you were looking at this visually, because that's what I'm doing now. All of this is a visual thing for me in terms of an actual path, like a footpath. I'm literally picturing a footpath like a hiking trail. And there's a series of different options. People will also sometimes think of embracing and seeking failure as moving backwards, away from success, which is right in front of you. But that's not true. If you seek a path that hasn't got failure on it, you're essentially walking around in circles. You might go forward a little bit, but you're going to come backwards.
You're in a long circle.
And do you know what the irony is? You will fail by avoiding failure because you'll have to give up at some point.
It's a different kind of failure than that is.
You're either playing it too safe and allowing your competitors to outwork you, or you give up completely right before. You know that? Have you seen that picture of when somebody's like digging for gold, and he literally gives up like a meter before he gets to the gold, and that's it. I think just continuing in the face of uncertainty and potential failure, that probably is one of the best ways, I think.
Yeah.
To get there.
I agree, yeah. I think consistency and just not giving up is obviously, it's easier said than done though. We're saying it as if it's like...
Well, we said at the beginning, this wasn't a lecture. No. This is us seeking the optimal path to success. Like, what is it?
I think it's easy for us, it's easier said than done, obviously, what we're talking
Talk is
about.
cheap, it really is. We're sat here in the comfort of a nice, well-built and well-lit studio, and... yeah, it's easy to say that, but really, and at this point, I still don't think we've really done anything really difficult. I think it's kind of been smooth sailing for us.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Because I already had a lot of stuff. I had a lot of the knowledge. The learning we've done has been...
Is that a factor of your father's failures to success? Do you know what I mean? So, for example, now
but I don't count that.
No, that could be the reason why. If your father didn't work hard and get to a position where he could provide all this for you, you can't sort of say you're lucky because he sort of put in the work for you, if you know what I mean. It's like, say for example, when I have children now, well, not now, but when I have children in the future, they're not gonna be I'm gonna be rich, obviously, but I'm not gonna, I've done the work, and that's the fruits of my labor.
But I'm not gonna have children because they're an obstacle on my journey to success. So unless I can give them to a nice woman to raise for me, and as long as I don't have to feed them or see them, then I'm absolutely okay with that. Because you've got to be focused on success. And if you have kids, you're going to fail in life.
I wouldn't say that. It just makes it harder. It's an obstacle.
No, you should.
The thing is, though, we can't say that about children because we've never had them.
No, you should.
I'm sure the joy of having children is lovely.
You should see success as what it is to you. And I said, I know people who just want security. Success for them is a stable job that they enjoy and co-workers they enjoy, with a wife that they love to pieces and a child that they would die for, in a nice house that they own themselves. That is the peak of success for many people. Yeah. And I completely am on board with that. The only difference is that I am that very temperamentally, I'm extreme. I can't settle for it. I can't settle. Full stop.
I'm like that, yeah.
I literally this is the problem I get, and this is why I know Matthew's gonna shrug his shoulders at me, but this is why I like smoking cigars, because cigars, even if no, I'm not talking about scientific stuff now. I mean, it literally forces you to slow down, take a puff, and sit down and think.
Hour 45 for one cigar.
Yeah, but he didn't slow down. He was just getting moody. And actually, I wish you weren't there because you actually made that a bit slightly unpleasant. But that's not the point. My point is the act of smoking a cigar, it forces you to slow down. For me, as somebody who's really extreme, I'm very much like constantly thinking all the time. Up until like 11 o'clock at night. And then I'm like, shit, if I don't sleep now, I'm not going to have enough sleep when I get up in the morning. And then I'm up in the morning and I'm in the gym and then I'm thinking about work. And then while I'm in work, I'm thinking about my actual work, and then while I'm doing that, I'm thinking, oh God, am I wasting my time here trying to circle away and stuff when I should be working? And then when my work finishes, I'm like, right, I've got to eat now and then go for a walk. And then I come back, I'm like, God, I've only done like 3,000 steps today because I've been sat at my desk all day. I'm constantly thinking about what I can do better. But I have so many different things in my life. It's really, really, really difficult. And that's something that is also an obstacle, because you're going to have obstacles in this path to success. And
You've got to recognize that, though.
I think it's hard.
You can't just look at it and go, oh my gosh, this is the end. I can't overcome this. You're going to it's easy to recognize you're going to have obstacles when you don't have obstacles. But then when you come across things that are obstacles, you've got to recognize them as that and just think, how am I going to get over this? You've got to take it one step at a time. You know, when we go through a rough patch, we're not just going to go, Alex, you know what, it's been fun, mate. Let's wrap this in, sell all the kit and go half-us. We're going to be like, how are we going to get through this? Do you know what I mean? You've got to have that never give up attitude, never die. I think that's what it's called. And you've just got to not quit, basically. And obviously, it's easier said than done, that. But I think
we haven't got to that point yet where
I've got to that point in life. You know, I don't want to be deep. I don't
think you have. I think you have. I don't think you have, Matt. Regardless of what you've been through, I don't think you really have.
It's easy for you to say that,